What is up, everyone? I had to jump on here really quickly because, well, I have just got confirmation that I am going to be scaping a tank at the Aquatic store in Bristol in, I don't know what the date was, I didn't look at the date, a few weeks time, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, yeah, can't remember, but I just had to jump on, record this bit, because obviously I'm going to record the video, I'm going to record the scape. Don't know how well that's going to go with lots of people busying around, but we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. You'll see me next outside the Aquatic store Bristol when I'm going to be scaping my tank. I don't know what the size of the tank is yet. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but it's super exciting. So yeah, continue watching the video to see what I've done. So we have arrived at the Aquatic store Bristol. Let's go see what's inside. So this is the back scaping room where my tank's gonna be, and there's all these amazing scapes. I'm gonna have to try my best at this. So here's the tank we're working with today. It's a Scaper 140. They've given me quite a chunky tank to work with, which is going to be a lot of fun. They've also upgraded the lighting for me to this Chihiros light, so I think that's going to look really good. But I suppose we might as well just crack on and get picking. So let's go look at some sand. This is quite the collection to choose from, isn't it? Not sure. They got some really cool looking river sand, but like this proper orangey river sand I think is going to be the thing. Not liking that. No, I think it is going to be like a proper orange river sand we're going to go for. Mix a couple bags together, that way we get a couple of different tones. I think that will look cool. And then I think we're going to go for some wood, so I don't know, like a big tree root I'm thinking, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's do sand first. I want to keep this tank quite simple and quite like nature style, so we're not going to go with a substrate underneath. We are just going to go pure sand, and then maybe use a lot of epiphytes or some plants that don't need a lot of nutrients. Right, with the sand done, let's go and pick out our wood. I'm thinking big tree stump in here, but I think we're going to have to make it ourselves. Oh, the choices. This could be the main tree stump for the tank, I think. That would be the main focal point. And then a load of other pieces to simulate the roots. I think this is going to work. So I think that's the main wood structure done, but we want to get some rocks in here because I am going to have to glue all of this together and anchor it all down. So some nice boulders or some nice elderly stone I think will look good in here.
Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it.
I want it to seem like the roots have grown round the rocks in the substrate, and I think we're achieving that by just placing them in different places. And it does also mean I'm able to glue these roots to the rock, which is useful. So these are the plants that Nick and the guys have put back for me, but they've got loads more down in the main bit of the shop. So look at all these. Oh look, it's me! So yeah, look at all these Anubiuses and Java ferns. Wow, there's just so much to choose from, I'm not sure now. And all of these. Now before getting ahead of myself and planting this up, I've got to glue all this together. So we are going to use a little bit of cyanoacrylate glue, and we are just going to place it on all of the different rocks in between the woods and hopefully get this whole thing secured together so it doesn't float. Fingers crossed. So whilst that glue is drying, we can prep all of our plants. Now we are going to go for like hardy plants in here, so we're going to go for some bulbitis ferns, and we're going to stick them on the tree trunk. We've got some of these really nice Java ferns, which they're not the normal ones, they're the thin-leaved ones, and they're the trident version, so they split off into these sort of multiple leaf shapes. They're really cool, and they're going to go on the wood as well. So we've got a nice selection of cryptocorns to go in here, and they will just go in amongst the roots to add a bit of greenery, and probably put some root fertiliser down at the bottom of them just to give them a bit of a helping hand. Right then, let's get planting. So let's pop this bulbitis behind here, and if we can use a bit of glue, we can just glue it in place. Some of these I'll try and push into place between the cracks in the wood and rock, but I think this one we are going to have to glue. We've got a miniature beach theme going on with this. It looks like proper tropical paradise, and those crypts are going to do really well in amongst all these rocks and branches just poking their heads out. Now that the planting is fully finished, we have got some botanicals to go in here. So we've gone for a couple of different types, and it's just going to give it that stained and tanned water vibe. We're not going full black water, but it's a bit of a natural aquarium addition to this. Lastly, we are going to get a few root fertilizer tablets in at the bases of all those crypts, just to give them a little bit of a boost and a helping hand. We are ready to fill this tank up and hope that none of the wood and none of the botanicals floats. Something's gonna float, I guarantee it, but hopefully I've used enough glue that will keep all of this down. So we're going to leave this tank to clear now. We've got the filter running, everything's going. We've added dechlorinator, we've added bacterial booster. We are just got to wait now for this to clear. Actually, let's have a look around the fish house quickly and just see what sort of fish the guys could pick to go in here. I'm going to leave it completely up to them, but let's go and have a browse and see what they've got. I think in a nature style aquarium like this, tetras would look really good. Maybe even some cichlids, or more tetras, I don't know. A big shoal of neons. Or maybe some rams. I don't know, I'm going to leave it up to them. There is so many fish to choose from in here, like, it's just endless, to be honest. So it'll be interesting to see what they pick to go in my aquascape. But we're going to leave this tank to settle now, and I will come and revisit it in the future, in this video, to see how it's getting on and to see what fish they have picked. So we are heading back to the aquatic store Bristol. It's been a little while because of, well, who thought it would be so hard to get a fridge freezer installed in your house? Anyway, that's beside the point. We're going back to the aquatic store Bristol to see how this aquascape is going. And here it is in the room with all these other fantastic aquascapes. I'm a little bit like, crikey, my aquascape and my nature style aquarium is in the middle of all these other amazing ones. And yeah, I feel a little bit scared of that, to be honest, but it's looking good. It's really nice. I'm loving that tree that I built out of all those different bits of wood. It's looking cool. Let me give you a closer look. We've got a pair of Starlight Ancestors in here. They are looking great. And then we've also got this shoal of Emperor Tetras. And I'm a big fan of Emperor Tetras. We've got the Rainbow Tetras at home in the tank. So yeah, Emperors just look so good. We also have a little trio of paradise fish, which are like a proper aquarium classic. And they are so often overlooked. And we've also got a group of red whiptails, which look so cool. I am so happy with the choices they've made. They all look so happy in here. So if you want to come and see my aquascape, it is here at the Aquatic Store Bristol. You can come and visit it. You never know, I might be here dropping in and coming to see how it's doing. I'm going to go and do a bit of shopping now because I've seen some wood and some rocks and some bits and pieces that I really, really want. But if you want a fun day out or you're in the area, it's well worth checking out because they have got a lot of scaping, a lot of cool fish, a lot of plants. It's like an absolute Aladdin's cave of stuff. It's amazing. I think it's going to cost me a lot of money being here today. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.